Kumusta and hello. Welcome to Tony's Reviews. Here on my channel I review as seen on TV products as well as any other household item or gadget that you could possibly think of. If this is something you're interested in, please hit the red subscribe button. Also hit the bell. The bell will alert you anytime I release a new product review video or if I go to a live stream. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed today's review. Today on Tony's Reviews we're reviewing the as seen on TV Arctic Cat. And right here on the tag of the Arctic Cat, it makes a few claims. It says right here that it's 20% cooler than the outside temperature. It says that it blocks 99% of UV rays. And it also says that it blocks up to 80% of the sun's heat. At the time of year I'm filming this right now, we're getting ready to move into fall. There's still been some pretty warm days out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this Arctic Cat up against my good old-fashioned Under Armour hat. So this is an Under Armour hat I've been using for a few years. Something I needed to add about my Under Armour hat is it is an actual Under Armour heat gear hat. And from my understanding, it's designed to keep your head cooler too, sort of like the as seen on TV Arctic Cat. I'm really not much of a hat person myself, but normally I wear this Under Armour hat whenever I go to the beach or if I'm outside mowing, things like that. Ultimately, what I'm looking for is comfort and some sun protection. I know this Under Armour hat I picked out originally because of the comfort. It's made out of like a nylon material and it's a little bit stretchy, so it just goes right on my head and it feels pretty comfortable. If you didn't already notice, I have kind of a big head. I'm hoping that the Arctic Cat here is just as comfortable. I'm also going to say this too, I'm going to throw in a little bit of added information for my own personal vanity. I do like this Under Armour hat because it does have a little bit of form fitting to it. It's got a little bit of shape here in the front. You can see it's got kind of pushed out, and I don't know what material that is that's in there, but you know, it keeps that front standing up a little bit. Whereas I've had a Nike hat in the past that just kind of collapses in the front. I just don't like to, wear a hat that makes me look like I'm a jockey, whenever it gets really round to your head. We're going to see which one's cooler in temperature and also in just my opinion as far as the way I think it looks on my head. I wanted to throw this little side note in. This is the ball cap version of the as seen on TV Arctic Cat. There's also a bigger version of the Arctic Cat, which is like the beach style version hat, that's big, it's got the brim on it, and it has like the little thing that ties up around your neck and all that. This is the baseball version. This is the style I liked better. And also we see that there's a little more foil-like material right here on the bill of this as seen on TV Arctic Cat. Right here on the back we see that the Arctic Cat is adjustable. Okay, so first thing I'm testing out is the way this thing looks on. I like it. Right off the bat I think it looks okay. Yeah, it looks alright. So I'll take this one off and we'll try on my Under Armour hat and we'll see how it looks. Okay. Aesthetically, I have to say I'm kind of partial to the Arctic Cat so far, and I'm not really sure why. It may be just because it's something new. Yes, I do think the Under Armour hat looks great, but I think that the Arctic Cat right now just looks a little bit better. The Under Armour hat is really comfortable. This one is even more comfortable. And I'm not being endorsed by the Arctic Cat company or anything. I actually purchased this myself for $19.99 at the As Seen on TV store. If you'd like to order one of these hats, I will have an Amazon link in the description and also one in the comments. Okay, let's head outside and test these out. Okay, it's a 61-degree sunny fall day. Originally, I was going to mow the lawn to test out to see which one of these hats got hotter or which one stayed cooler or whatever. But since it's such a nice day out, I think I'm going to take a bike ride. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these hats on and take a ride around the block. And it's a pretty big block, so just let you know that. And then I'm going to put on the other hat and test it out as well, take a ride around the block. And after each ride, I'm going to test the inside of the hat to see what the temperature is. So I'm going to go ahead and get started right now. Let's see which one comes out cooler. Been a while since I rode a bike in public. Gonna go a little bit incognito. Who am I fooling? I can't hide. around the entire block. Here we go. Temperature is 67 degrees. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little breather, relax a little bit. Then I'm gonna put on the Under Armour hat, take another ride around the block. Okay, so now I got the Under Armour hat on. I'm gonna take a quick ride around the block. We'll test the temperature when I get back. Temperature check. So the Under Armour hat actually stayed cooler, and I think I know why. I thought since the As Seen on TV Arctic hat has this little ventilation system in it, I thought my head would actually stay cooler in this hat. But I thought about it, and the paneling here with this reflective material, I think is not as breathable maybe as the material that's here on the Under Armour hat. I think this material here on the Under Armour hat breathes a little better than this material right here. So I guess the ventilation here on the sides of the Arctic hat wasn't enough to even that out. So that being said, as far as the temperature goes, I think that the Under Armour hat obviously wins. So I want to talk about comfort. I wore this Arctic hat around for, I don't know, maybe a half an hour today. It's very comfortable. After my bike ride, I didn't notice any like hat cling. It didn't feel like I had a vice grip on my head or anything like that. I've got kind of a big head, so I'm really picky about hats. Anyway, after taking my bike ride, just for a few minutes wearing the Under Armour hat, I got that same old feeling that I always get when I wear this hat. It's comfortable, but it feels like it grips me just a little bit too tight. Like I said, I got a big hat, maybe it's my fault. But hands down, the As Seen on TV Arctic hat is more comfortable. As far as the way the hat looks on, I'll leave that up to you. I think the Arctic hat looks great, and I think the Under Armour hat looks pretty good too. Okay, I've got some pretty powerful light bulbs in here, and we'll test out the Arctic hat and see how much light passes through the reflective part right here. And we can see you can see light through it, but it does block out quite a bit of light as compared to the little mesh area that allows ventilation. So it does reflect the light pretty good. And you can see the light contrast here against the reflective part of this hat. And inside here you can see the light does pass through as well. And we'll check out the Under Armour. And here we have the Under Armour Heat Gear hat. And I'll let you be the judge of this, but I think it's pretty much about the same as the As Seen on TV Arctic hat. I think about as much light's getting through. So maybe a little bit more, right there in the front, obviously it's blocking just as much or more. But right here in the back, I think a little bit more light might be getting through, but it still does a pretty good job of keeping the light out. And also you can see here, you can adjust this hat to fit your head, and it looks like there's quite a bit of adjustment there. Currently the temperature of the house is 72 degrees, and the temperature of the inside of this hat is 72 degrees. So let's get the hat wet and see what the temperature is when we get the hat wet with cold water. The hat's good and drenched, and we'll see what the temperature is now. And it's 69 degrees now. We all know that if this thing's wet, it is going to feel cooler on your head. But the thing is, do you really want to get your head wet? I guess it's kind of up to you. So anyway, I think the As Seen on TV Arctic hat actually does work pretty well. And I think the Under Armour Heat Gear hat works pretty well too. So this really wasn't supposed to be a side-by-side comparison. I was just testing out the As Seen on TV Arctic hat. So I'm just going to say that I think it's a pretty good hat. I think it's worth the money. It's got good ventilation in it. It kept my head cool to a certain degree. Obviously, it's going to reflect, some of the sun off of there. It filters out light. As far as going on the bike ride, though, and exercise, the Under Armour hat did keep my head a little cooler. But as far as comfort goes all around, the As Seen on TV Arctic hat was a lot more comfortable. As far as aesthetics and the way they look, I like them both about the same. If you've enjoyed this As Seen on TV product review today of the Arctic Cat, and you'd like to see some more of my As Seen on TV product reviews, just click on the above link. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, and God bless.